Hi guys, welcome back to the Broke Geek Girl channel. So today we're going to talk a little bit about the future of Bitcoin and Bitconnect and a little bit of that fun stuff. The day that I'm filming this is Monday, December 11th, and yesterday the Chicago Stock Exchange started trading Bitcoin futures. So that's really exciting. A really good sign for the future of Bitcoin. It makes it more mainstream, makes it into the more legitimate real world trading attention. That's really cool, and a lot of people think it's probably going to start bringing some stability. Hopefully we won't see such craziness in the rises and dips, but Bitcoin is still holding strong. We have seen a couple of little dips, but the second it dips, people start buying it because it's a great price. We may still see a correction coming up in the near future, but it's anyone's guess right now because it's still outperforming anyone's expectations. So I just quickly did a Bitconnect reinvestment. I had $30 in my account over the weekend, so I put that in. It brings my total investment up to $720 and my total earned up to $530. So that's almost quadrupled my initial investment of $190, which is fantastic. Can't wait for it to start growing even faster, but we've been having some really good days, so awesome. That brings me to my next point, Bitconnect 2018 Roadmap, which was just released, I think today. Some awesome directions that they're looking to take us, so we'll jump into that in a second. I also wanted to talk about the growth of my channel after spending my Bitcoin in the real world. The Watchtower picked up the video and shared it, which was awesome. I'm now over 1,000 views on my channel, which is making me happy, and especially my dad happy. He told me to make a joke that if everyone goes and watches it 10 more times, we can start monetizing and he can get a little bit more for his investment. I'm just happy to have any views at all, and the likes and comments are really helpful, and hopefully things take off as well. Thanks guys for sticking around with me, and now let's get into the roadmap. Okay, so the Bitconnect 2018 roadmap, let's just go through month by month. January of 2018, they are proposing some security and user interface improvements. They are hoping to add some feature building, to add more security layers for the web platform. They'll also hope to add some user interface improvements and public and private API third-party service provider stuff. So that should hopefully make using the website a little bit easier, a little bit safer. Hopefully they make some nice changes and it's not like a crazy rebuild of the website, because I always hate it when everything moves and I can't find anything. But from the sounds of it, it's just supposed to be some little changes to make the ease of use better and a little bit more secure. Although if you're using all of the security features they already have installed, you shouldn't have much risk of hacking or anything like that. It's more or less improper use or not using it at all that is the risk, but hopefully they add some really easy to use security features that just add to the already awesome security that they do have. But they do tweak the user interface pretty much constantly. There seems to be updates all the time. I know some people find it annoying that when you go to the bottom of the page, you have to click on tabs to look at your investments and earns and release all that data and stuff. But my dad actually loves that they're doing stuff like that, because from a programming point of view, he's really familiar with the way that you program websites and how things kind of work behind the scenes. Little changes like that reduce the load on the server by eliminating preloading. So when you open the web page, it doesn't have as much work to do. So with more people coming on board and it just gets more and more bogged down, little changes to reduce the load all at once on an individual level is going to have a massive effect for speed and usability long term. So I know people think it's annoying, but it's actually a really good thing. February, they are looking to have marketing contests and campaigns. So they're trying to have some contests for marketing on videos, banners, blogs, stuff like that, and just trying to build a community around the Bitconnect coin. So my dad's really excited about that because he's hoping that just maybe his daughter will win every contest. I don't think that's really gonna happen, but you never know. Ugh. He literally just told me I'm starting a vlog. So if you guys have any ideas for things to write about, leave them in the comments, please. I need help. So not really sure exactly what they're going to be. We just know that they're looking to kind of create a community based around contests and campaigns all across different social media platforms. So we'll see what the specifics are, but hopefully they're fun and not too labor intensive. Now, March of 2018, they're looking to update the volatility algorithm, just add more currencies to trade against and make little changes to make it more accurate, stuff like that. So that'll be interesting because currently it's just trading Bitcoin versus Bitconnect. So we'll see what other currencies they add in and how that changes the volatility. If it means higher payouts every day or if it's gonna have crazier highs and lows because of too many variables. We'll see. I'm not really very versed in that side of how things work. I understand the basics, but we'll see what the actual changes to people in our daily investment world. I just hope that it's not going to overload the system and they don't try and do too much and kind of fail in their attempts. But from what my dad is expecting, we're hoping that it's going to be the better of those two options, but only time will really tell. So in March of 2018, they're looking to launch an education program, basically teaching cryptocurrency to both beginner and professionals. Hopefully it's a course that has lots of information and isn't too difficult to understand, because I'm doing my best to educate you guys while also educating myself. So having some more concrete data to go through as opposed to just kind of trial and error and Googling and all that jazz would be nice. Hopefully it's not just data overload that's like straight code or stuff that goes over my head, because that won't be helpful at all. But hopefully it's something useful, and hopefully it's not terribly basic either, because by March of next year I'll already have a pretty good grasp of the basics. So we'll see how that goes. So hopefully it also kind of just helps the general public understand what the heck it is that we're doing when we use cryptocurrency. I know I've gone out a few times with some friends or to parties and people ask me what it is I do and what cryptocurrencies are, and the fact that it's basically the exact same thing as sending an e-transfer or using your debit card, but the currency is based on math instead of gold. Just their eyes just glaze over, they stop listening, it's confusing, they just kind of excuse themselves from the conversation, and so hopefully let's make things a little bit more well understood across the board. So in April of 2018, they're looking to start a marketing panel where it looks like you can earn rewards for sharing educational videos, photos, and content across top social networks. So hopefully, the way I read that, what I'm doing right now would somehow earn me a reward. Although you never know how exactly they're going to set it up. It could be you have to share their educational videos that they made just the month or two before, in which case it would be kind of like, I don't know if any of y'all are Taylor Swift fans, but the way that she had her ticketing system this year was you had to share her videos, send specific tweets, buy merch, etc. to get higher up the ranks to get better options to buy tickets, because in previous years scalpers buy them all and just completely jack up the price and fans can't get them. So it could be a situation like that where there's set content that you need to share and you get like a ranking, which could work, but it would also be nice if my creative properties that I make myself could also help me in some way as well. We'll see in April how they decide to work that. Either way, whether it's my personal content or their branded content, I will be attempting to do whatever the situation is, because I like reward. I like earning money or prizes or referral rates or whatever the case may be based on just simple social media, because I am good at social media. Hashtag millennial. Now, May is probably the one that I think is the most exciting and the most useful, and that is that they are going to try and introduce a decentralized fiat exchange where you can buy and sell cryptocurrencies right in the platform, which means you don't have to go through Quadriga or Coinbase or any of those other major exchanges, send the money, convert the money, and then invest it. You can just take your cold hard cash and convert it into the coin that you want to trade right in the system. So I think that's awesome. I think cutting out steps is going to be really helpful in getting more people on board. Now, my dad's just whispering in the back there that governments might not like it and they might kick fits and put in regulations and all that stuff. So we'll see how realistically they introduce that and what it ends up looking like. Fingers crossed that it makes things as easy as they want to. June is they're looking to make a bit store to sell Bitconnect brand cryptocurrency products and materials. Now, I'm not really sure what that is because it's not the same thing as the exchange. So I'm thinking it's just going to be like merch or possibly maybe wallet technologies and stuff like that. See what it is exactly they launch. That one I'm not really as excited about unless it turns out to be something more exciting than the way I'm reading it. So July and August, they're looking to introduce new investment opportunities, basically just looking to find ways to diversify your portfolio within Bitconnect itself so that you don't have to leave the platform for other opportunities. You can kind of have multiple interests within their platform, which I think is really smart because nobody likes to risk all of their money on one thing, but the more slices of pie that Bitconnect can offer you, the more likely they are to get all or most of your money while still providing that safety buffer, which I think is a really smart idea on their part if they do it correctly. September is just more feature building, more security updates, more user interface updates. So just more of the stuff that they've already been doing. So we'll see what changes they make there, but like I said before, they already are looking to implement user interface changes and security updates, and they're already doing stuff like that all the time. They're already really good at that, so we'll see if it really makes a difference or if it's just kind of filler information to remind you that they do constantly think about those things. Then October is the annual celebration. You may have noticed when you signed in that they have that video from the Thailand convention where they're giving away cars and stuff. So that's just kind of their way of giving back to the community. From the sounds of it, it's supposed to be a really fun thing. I know my dad has this fantastic daydream in which I am going to be invited and some like major guest by the time it rolls around next year, and given a very expensive sports car that he's just drooling over. We'll see. I might watch the stream. I doubt I'll be there, but in his little fantasy world, I'm winning all of the awards, winning all of the prizes because I am the best there ever was, like a Pokemon trainer. Finally, for November, they want to develop a partnership with a number of online merchants and service providers. So we'll see what that exactly looks like, but there's not a whole lot of details on this, so I can't really tell you what it is that they're looking to do, just that hopefully it's good and not some sort of monopoly conglomerate or something, because that's the opposite of what cryptocurrency is supposed to do. Okay, so that's it for today. Leave a comment below telling me what you think the most exciting thing for the roadmap is. I know I already said that I think the exchange is the most exciting, but let me know what you think is going to be the best update. Bonus round, if you have any ideas for this blog that I have to start, also leave those below in the comments because I am desperate. Please help me. So I may not be a financial advisor, but I am telling you, you gotta get started if you've been thinking about it. It's the best decision I've ever made and you will be thanking me later. So until next time, bye.